Hi there! If you have difficulties setting boundaries with a friend or a family member, knowing where you end and the other one begins, setting limits, feeling really tired when you interact with others because you do not know how to say no without feeling guilty, this video is for you. Now let's talk about what a boundary really is. What does a boundary looks like? A boundary is the invisible line that separates what is you, your thoughts, your feelings, your time, your body, money, values, from what is someone else. And healthy boundaries let you stay connected to people without merging with them, taking responsibility for your life while letting others own theirs. So boundaries, they answer questions like, what will I allow? What will I not allow? What will I do if my limit is ignored? In practice, a boundary is less, don't do that, and more. If you do X, I will do Y. You control your behavior, never theirs. Now let's talk about the types of boundaries, especially those with family and friends. A lot of boundaries, they get blurred in close relationships. And seeing the types of boundaries there are helps you name what feels off and what needs to change. So the first boundary will be the physical boundary. Physical boundaries, your body, touch, personal space, example, please knock before entering my room. Emotional boundaries, what feelings you share, how much emotional caretaking you do, what you absorb from others. Example, I care about you, but I will not be your only outlet for venting every night. Another boundary is time and energy. How much time you spend, how available you are. Example, I can talk for 10 minutes tonight, then I have to go. Material boundaries, money, possessions. For example, I don't lend money to friends and family anymore. We also have mental boundaries, which means your values, your opinions, your beliefs and priorities. Example, we disagree on this and that is okay. I'm not debating that today. I would really love to talk to you about emotional boundaries versus codependency. Codependency is when your sense of worth and emotional state become fused with another person's mood, choices, or approval. So you feel responsible for fixing others, keeping the peace, and preventing them from feeling pain, even at your own expense. When you have a weak emotional boundary, 1. You'll take other people's feelings as your fault. So my friend is upset, I have to fix her. Then, 2nd, you feel guilty for having needs that inconvenience anyone. Now my question for you is, what does healthy emotional boundaries sound like? I'm sad that you're disappointed, but my decision still stands. Your reaction belongs to you. My job is to be honest and respectful. Can you say no and not feel guilty? This is a very important topic about saying no and handling guilt. A boundary, it's not truly a boundary until you are willing to keep it when someone doesn't like it. And guilt is often a sign you are doing something new, not something wrong. Unfortunately, you might get some reactions from those you love. You might get some pushback from family and friends. They might guilt trip you, saying after all I've done for you and blah blah blah. They might give you anger or the silent treatment. They might play the victim. You don't care about family anymore. You don't love me anymore. So to deal with that pushback, you need to develop some skills. One important skill is to have a calm repetition of your limit, saying, I'm not discussing this by phone. If you raise your voice, I will hang up. You also need to learn to tolerate discomfort. Because while your nervous system learns that it's safe to prioritize yourself, you might still feel uncomfortable. Have you heard about the property line metaphor? The property line metaphor describes boundaries as property lines, where you are responsible for what is inside your yard and not for what is outside of it. So, what is inside your yard? Your feelings, your attitudes, your behaviors, your choices, your limits. What is outside your yard? Other people's feelings, other people's reactions, and their life choices. And problems might arise when you try to mow someone else's lawn, meaning fix their life, manage their reactions, and so on. Or when you expect someone else to mow yours, to save you from the consequences of your choices. The healthier stance will be, I will be caring, but I will not carry what is not mine. So until you learn those skills, you will not be able to have healthy, caring, responsive. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe for more about this topic. Take care.